Good morning and welcome to the listening hour at Holy Rosary. Welcome back to a new term and to a new year here at your school. In this first session, we are going to be focusing on character and how we teach character, how we develop character, including some of the ways that are already in place. As well as having formal taught sessions, the listening hour is such a great opportunity to support your health, your mental health, your well-being, and for us to be able to keep you safe. And one of the ways is that we give you the chance to talk. So have a read through of these sentences with your class teacher and spend a couple of minutes either discussing or writing down your responses in your RSE Red Books. Always share your learning whenever you can, in your books, on Class Dojo, on your pupil profile, or through your words and actions around school. And remember, if you need someone to talk to, the number for the Childline and the NSPCC are here on the screen. We can reduce our anxiety about the week, but also plan ahead and be prepared by mapping out what's going on in the week, both at school and at home. So take some time to do that now with your teacher and with your friends. Next week, you will elect your school parliamentarians and your new school messengers, and the ground rules will be changing. But for this week, we will focus on the ground rules that we've had in the past, so read through them now as a class to make sure that you understand how we should be living and acting, both in the listening hour and when we are around school. Share your learning wherever you can, in your books, on Class Dojo, or through your words and actions around school. And however you're feeling, wherever you are, you should know that there's always someone that you can talk to. That could be an adult in school, if you didn't feel that there was someone at home who you could talk to. Or there are always people on the end of the phone at Childline on 0800 1111 or the NSPCC 0808 800 5000. Welcome to the main session. Our learning focus today is all about character behaviours. Our British values focus for this session is all of the British values. It's democracy, it's rule of law, it's individual liberty and mutual respect. And our key points for today are that character is taught at Holy Rosary through the gospel values. There are 12 of them. Get thinking about which ones they are now. Character behaviours have been defined by our school community. They've been defined by last year's pupil parliament. They've been defined by our governors. They've been defined by our school leaders and by other school staff. And character at Holy Rosary is developed further through our curriculum, through what we teach you day by day, and through our wider offer, our extracurricular activities, and through our other experiences that are available to you. So here's your first activity. You've got 3 minutes to do this, and if you're in the lower years, you can do this as a class on a big sheet of paper. If you're in Key Stage 2, it'd be great if you could write down your responses to this. So, answer this question. What is character? So let's see how close your definition is. I asked you what is character, and the official definition is the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. The mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Because we're all different and we all have different ways of being. But at Holy Rosary, we follow some values and some behaviours that we want all children to have. So on to activity 2. Again, you've got 3 minutes for this. In the lower years, you can just talk about these. In the upper years, it would be great if you could write down all 12. Here you go. What are the gospel values? I hope you managed to get them all. All of the gospel values, 12 of them. We've been prioritising them over the last year. And this is what the gospel values allow to happen within us. They help to develop our internal voice, otherwise known as our conscience. They enable our positive actions in our community. And they allow our character to strengthen and to flourish. So which behaviours enable strong character? Some of the pink teas cross over, but when we spoke to our community, lots of people were saying that the pink teas no longer support what we want for our pupils. Your class teacher or support staff will now remove the pink teas if they are up in your classroom. During the summer, our governors, our pupil parliament and our staff redefined which behaviours we think are most positive in developing character. And these are the behaviours that we have come up with. Resilience, which links to the gospel value of integrity. Empathy, which links to the gospel values of forgiveness, justice and compassion. The behaviour self-awareness, which links to honesty and humility. Positivity, which links to hope. The character behaviour of excellence, which links to the gospel value of simplicity. The behaviour communication, which links to non-violence and truth. And finally, the behaviour teamwork, which links to love and support. These are the behaviours that we will now prioritise and focus on through Class Dojo as we reward your behaviour, and posters will be coming for your class to replace the pink teas so that you can familiarise yourself and understand how to live out these behaviours in line with our gospel values. Here's your final activity for today. You've got 5 minutes for this. Lower year groups, you can write as a class, and upper year groups, you can write these in your books. And what we want you to do is to list all the opportunities that you get at Holy Rosary to develop these character behaviours, both in the curriculum, that means during lessons and through school time, but also through our wider offer. You might need to talk to your class teachers or support staff about what that means, that wider offer. Remember, resilience, empathy, self-awareness, positivity, excellence, communication, and teamwork are the behaviours that we are going to be focusing on. How do we already develop these, both in our curriculum and through our wider offer to you? So off the top of my head, these are some that I came up with. We've got the speaking and presenting in class. That could link to our focus on oracy. Class roles and class jobs that your class teachers and support staff give to you. Definitely our school parliament, our messengers, our anti-bullying ambassadors, but we've also got other groups. Did you write them down? Our sports groups and our other extracurricular clubs. leading liturgies, leading prayer, reading at mass, reading at assemblies. But what else did you think of? I'd love to hear from your class teachers about some of the other ideas that you had for how we develop character and character behaviours here at Holy Rosary. So thank you for joining me for our main session. We've been focusing on character behaviours here at Holy Rosary today and replacing our pink teas with our new respect character behaviours that support the teaching of character through the 12 gospel values. Our British values focuses for today were democracy, rule of law, individual liberty and mutual respect. This focus on character includes all of those British values. And our key points today were that character is taught at Holy Rosary through the gospel values, that character behaviours have been defined by our school community, by the governors, by the pupil parliament, by our subject leaders and school leaders, and by other staff. And finally, character is developed further through our curriculum and through our wider offer. Thank you for writing down your ideas, and thank you to your class teachers for sending me some more of your ideas for how we develop character further. We want you to always be prepared to share your learning whenever you can. That means in your books or on your Class Dojo pupil profile, but especially through your words and your actions, both in school and outside within the community. Need to talk to someone? You can talk to a trusted adult at home or a trusted adult in school. But if you need someone different, if you don't feel like there is anybody there who you can talk to, you can call Childline on 0800 1111 or the NSPCC on 0808 800 5000. And your parents have someone to talk to if they need it. If you recognise through our teaching at school that your parents or carers might be struggling, then the Young Minds Parent Helpline is there. All you need to do is to go onto HRTV on YouTube, find this particular section, and you can share that number with your parent if you feel that they need that support. Thank you for joining me, and I am so excited about seeing you show these character behaviours that you've learnt today within school.